And we are back. Welcome back to Afterburn with me, Kelly, the hostess, the mostest, and my boo thing.
DJ Kim Nick D, aka Kim, aka the Dope Boy, aka Mr. Fresh Music Mondays. We are
Allah.
live.
Hey, my G has changed his alias, but guys, it is time for our Monday business segment. So, as I told you, we have a very special guest in studio with us tonight, and we have none other than the one, the only, the amazing, the beautiful Suzie Wokabi. Welcome to studio.
It's so funny. Thanks, so glad to be here.
Yeah.
This amazing lady, for some reason, decided, you know what, enough is enough. All right? And you decided to create your own makeup line for Kenyans. But before that, please give us your beginnings and as to why you decided, you know what, enough is enough. I need to start a brand for Kenyan and black, specifically black women.
So, okay, where do I start? Okay, graduated college.
Yeah.
My degree's in international relations, which I didn't quite do anything with. But went ahead to work in the fashion and beauty industries. I was in the US at the time. Worked there, honed my skills, built a good portfolio and a kit full of makeup. Came back home in 2007 to work in the media makeup industry as a media makeup artist. And hit the ground running. At the time, we were like 4 or 5 really professional makeup artists. So it was great. We shared all the many jobs just among us. And compared to the industry now, it's so saturated and packed. I wouldn't like to be there now. But yeah, so, you know, sort of maybe a year or 2 into it, I found a gap in the retail cosmetics market. I'm trying to shop for makeup to fill my kit or for myself. Everything was so overpriced. Not the right product for us, not the right colors, if at all they're available. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to make my own.
That was it.
And SuzieBeauty was born.
And SuzieBeauty was one just like that.
Yeah.
But you see now,
Actually, you know, there's a lot more meat in that story. But anyway, yeah, my girlfriend tells me I said in like 2005 that I would one day have my own brand. I can't remember.
But that's a part of manifestation. You see now.
Exactly.
You see that once.
Yeah,
and then,
I threw it out and then
But now, okay, now international relations lead to Patumbali. Like you're just like, you
I
know what?
handed my parents their degree and then went to venture out into the world.
Were they supportive of you now starting your own makeup brand and everything?
Well, so I didn't start my own makeup brand immediately after my degree. That was years later. So for the longest time, like they couldn't figure out what on earth I did. I did always have a full-time job in fashion. So at least they're like, okay, so she works at an office. Okay, so she's... But this makeup thing, they never
really
figured it out through the
understood.
years until a few years ago, my dad would be like, so wait, so are you a model? I'm like, no, because I'm going backstage at runway. He's like, so what do you... I'm like, I'm doing the makeup for the models who go on. So you decorate the people. He just said, you decorate people. I'm like,
Man,
fine. But then now when I started the business and SuzieBeauty, he's like, oh, so you have a business. So it made some more sense.
Now that makes
But just
sense
me
to
sitting
them.
around doing makeup, that just didn't click.
But now, okay, you've seen the beauty trends in the 254 currently and how they've evolved over the years, right? So for you, once you got into the industry, what that looks like, I know once you decided to come back to Kenya, which I want to ask you about, but once you came back to Kenya, you were like, okay, I'm used to doing makeup like this, and then now you have a client, they're used to doing the makeup in a certain way, and then you're like, no, I can do this and it'll look perfect, because in the States, this is what's the
Not
beauty
even
standard
that.
is.
What more than that, what I found is people just didn't wear makeup. There was that time where, you know, makeup is only if you're going to a function or a wedding, and that's when you're wearing makeup. Everyday makeup was so rare. So that was part of my story. Like, please, just like wear a little bit of something every day.
It shouldn't be too much.
You know, and just like doing, you know, 3 things. Start with 3 things and then add on to it. So when I had the product to even show them, that really helped. So a lot of more people wear a lot more makeup now.
Thanks to SuzieBeauty. But why did you make the decision to come back?
Oh, coming back was never always on the plate. Yes, one day I did want to come back home. I wasn't going to ever go and disappear there forever. No.
Do you think that if you had started SuzieBeauty in the States, it would have been...
I'd be at the starting stage now, 10 years later.
Really?
It's so much more difficult, like making it or you know, being able. It's cutthroat and there's so much competition. Coming here, one was always a plan to come and build the local industry, be a part of that, which is still you know, part of my my passion. And yeah, just coming to like a naked situation to be able to fill it, to
craft it properly the way you need to.
Much better.
So
and
what
then for us, my peoples.
So when you started out, what kind of challenges would you say you experienced? Because I mean, you said there was a very, before it was saturated, you had you were like 4 guys that were basically doing all this makeup. So at some point, obviously, did you get like, you know, guys who'd turn their necks and be like, oh, okay, just because she's from the States, that's why she's gotten this job. Oh yeah, just because she's come back from...
Again, not really, because we were so few that it was like, oh yay, someone else, come. And they took me in, and we did actually literally share all the jobs. I'm like, you know, Jillian, I can't be there today. Can you do that? You know, whoever, Fatu, can you? So it was such a sweet innocent time.
Wow. Yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna take a quick break, and once we come back, we're going to get into the nitty-gritty that is SuzieBeauty, and just talk about where it started, how it has developed, and some future plans that she does have for us in this industry. So you guys need to stay tuned. Is that a request you want for DJ Kim to play?
You
for
know,
you?
I told you what my thing is. What?
Listen, Suzie. She didn't even get the memo.
By Savara.
Listen, she didn't even get
Savara?
the memo.
That's my boy.
That, you see, that's her boy. So yeah, guys, we're gonna listen to Suzie's request. And we're going to take a break. All right. After the break, we'll be back. Thanks, Kim. Fresh Music Mondays, guys. Team Afterburn at Keep It Kiss on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at DJ Kim Nick D, at Callie O, at Suzie Wokabi. Let's get it. And we are still in studio with the lovely Suzie Wokabi. Now, guys, as I told you before, right now we're gonna get into talking about SuzieBeauty and how it is helping babes right now and where it is going, because she has very exciting plans for each one of us. But they don't makeup see madam too quick.
That's G.
It's not.
It's not. Please educate him. Please tell him that even him, he can get into the music, into the makeup industry, and then just...
Actually, my best trainees, people who I've trained in the past are guys.
Nona?
Like Kobe.
No,
Kobe's my number one artist, and he's like one of the top artists in the industry.
Kobe.
Yeah. Suki, Victor, and Charlie. Like, these guys are amazing.
Manze, if you go into the thing, man, you're just gonna put on some foundation. Quick thing there.
But I look good the way I look.
Therefore, meaning we enhance. Exactly. You know, the thing about makeup is it's not here to make you change. No, it's here to enhance
the beauty that's already there. Yes.
Yes. And with SuzieBeauty on your side, bro,
you'll be beautiful.
You do makeup.
SuzieBeauty.
I knew it.
I do lashes.
Moving on swiftly.
I know. I've been observing her. It's okay. She's my next victim.
Yeah. If you teach me how to do brows, imagine it's over.
Listen. Okay. And if anyone knows me that's listening to this and heard you talk about brows are my pet peeve. Like I stare at people's brows. Yeah. And I change them in my head. So I do them in my head. Yes.
Wow, guys. So she's just been staring at me, smiling.
Yeah.
Kumbe, she's been judging my eyebrows.
Hey, how is this one presenting live on TV station looking like this?
I check on my eyebrows half easy.
Is she even serious?
So when someone wants to be trained by you under SuzieBeauty, how long is that training program?
Well, we actually used to have a full training course, which would go on for a month. We haven't done that in a while. Hopefully get back into it at some point. Yeah. But then when you do work for us, you do get trained in makeup and to use the product.
So if I wanted to join SuzieBeauty today, I don't know what position I may want at the moment, but I'm very enthusiastic about makeup and learning about it. So how would I go about it?
So reach out to me on my socials. Email me, SuzieBeauty@gmail.com.
Nice.
Send me your info and I'll see if it's a fit or where you can fit.
Okay, because you see, most people right now, I mean, makeup is a thing. People are full-time makeup artists and they're making money and
yes, absolutely.
Stuff like that.
It wasn't like that a while ago, but yes, it's a full-time career.
Do you think that... All right, let me be honest. The people that are just not talented, no matter how hard you may try or whatever, like me with brows, I have tried and the brows in
You've done what you can.
I have done what I can. So, okay, most people right now are not into the whole 9 to 5 kind of thing. and they don't understand, like for you, you're running your own business, all right? So for you, it's not a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
It's a 24/7.
Yes, absolutely.
So what does it take for someone who is inspired by, you and your story? If I want to start a makeup brand, right, like today, how should I go about it? How do I need, like, what's a typical day for you? Like a day in the life of Suzie?
Yeah. Well, my 24 hours is a complete roller coaster.
Yeah.
Let's start there. But it's been different phases through the journey. In the beginning, of course, it's the toughest. Starting a brand from scratch, starting a business from scratch, just being very clear, and knowing exactly what you want, why you want it. So don't do it because Suzie looks like she did it so swiftly and easily, so let me do it. Do it because you completely know that that's what you want to do all day, every day, and have all the passion and love for it in the world. And that's only how you're gonna make it. So don't wake up and look at someone else and decide you're gonna do that because they look like it's working.
What would you say has kept you grounded throughout this whole process of starting your business and even just continuing with new ventures? What would you say has kept you grounded throughout the whole process?
My absolute passion and love for the African beauty industry. I actually defined my purpose, and it is to be an instrumental part of growing the African beauty industry. And so that's what, when I wake up every morning, I'm like, today I have to do something towards that.
Yes.
So yes, and then my family, my babies.
Yeah, baby.
I have 2 boys who keep me going and keep me inspired. Yeah.
So like a typical day for you, like, are you one of those people, like all inspirational, like business owners and billionaires, people like Kim Nick D, they always talk about how they wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, so you take a cold shower, sit in an ice bath, and then
1,000,000% no. Let's start there. But my day does start early. Start early not because of work, but because of my kids. I get them ready for school.
Yeah.
It's either 5:20 wake up or 6:20 wake up, depending on their schedule. And my day starts then pretty much, unless I'm exhausted, like I might rest in the day, but otherwise, no, I just keep going. And then I do a lot from home.
Yeah.
Especially, I think this happened more during the pandemic, and you realize you don't have to be at a place to get something done, and I hope everyone realizes this in the world. So I get a lot done at home, sitting with my cat and dog and my laptop.
What time do you go to bed at night?
At night, I am, when the kids go to bed at like 9, whatever it is, I start to. I don't necessarily sleep at 9 or 10, but I start to wind down then, definitely then.
So as you're saying, yani tunakuweka sana, unafaa kuona na kulala size, unafaa kuona.
Yeah, you should be prepping for your nap actually.
No, I don't play nap. I don't play nap. Oh no, sorry, this is but yes, no, I will be going to sleep soon.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. And the kids are in bed.
and your kids are currently in bed. Yeah. So shout out to her 2 sons. Those ones, that's private. But shout out to them. Shout out for them just being, your pillars.
Yes, absolutely.
So you said you have
the hubs.
Kanuka projects on the way?
I do. So SuzieBeauty is in the market. She's growing. She's flourishing. She's doing what she's doing. I call her she because she's like my daughter.
She's you.
And so I've always had in my head, like, one day I will expand. Yeah. I don't know how it would be and how, maybe SuzieBeauty, like the luxury version, a young version, a spa version, who knows. So yes, pandemic time, thinking about what else can I do. So I did decide to create a second brand. So I am a second-time beauty product founder, and I hope to launch this year. I will tell you a little bit. The little bit is that just I am targeting a different market, which is the millennials. Y'all.
Am I still considered a millennial?
I think so. You are definitely in my age group range. 26
is still a millennial.
But also, while I am targeting the millennials, I will use a product. So it's no one's excluded. Yeah. But in business, you have to have a target market. And yes, it is the younger market. It's fun, young, trendy, fast moving. Like it's online stuff, social commerce, and all this fun, exciting things.
I think it's very cool that you are keeping up with the trends, because you've just said you want to keep young, fun, trendy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And how you're doing that is through social media. Guys, by the way, she's on TikTok. Yeah.
I'm an aspiring TikToker. You guys, please, I need followers, man.
if I tell you what I saw inside this studio today when this lady walked in, I was like, Because, yes, she was busy doing, like, you know, our whole routine. And I'm looking through, I'm wondering what the director is saying to me because I can see someone like flailing their hands in the back and I'm like, yo, who's dancing inside?
I never film in public. I'm like, I'm in public, let me do one quickly. I'm like, wait, this is fun.
Why didn't you do it with me? We should do one.
Wait, you know what? It's not over.
Okay, so we'll do it. But guys, yeah, so, you know, she's taken the time to understand the market. She's taken the time to understand what her market needs, what her demographic is tuned into. Yeah. And right now the popping thing is TikTok and social media.
Yes.
So obviously moving forward, you know, we're talking about the metaverse.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, so if I got into the metaverse, how would SuzieBeauty now come into it as well?
And it's there's space for us, absolutely, yeah. Like I was saying, you'll see an avatar, get inspired by that look, come to me and I'll tell you how to create that look, that avatar or whatever
exactly.
it is. Yeah.
So I think it's very inspiring that you have decided to take on even a new venture still in the beauty industry.
Yeah, beauty is my life.
But you're supporting the Kenyan babes. So.
And that's all about you guys. It's all about growing the local industry. Yeah.
Guys, what would you say has been a moment where for you were just like, you know what, I'm on the right path?
That's a good one. I guess there are times like when you're in business or when you're an entrepreneur and you're in the grind, it's so hard to smell a rose. So I do have a bunch of accolades, which is really helpful. So when, you know, I'm given this award or that award, I do have 34
like,
under my belt now.
Wow.
I know. so that's very helpful. I'm like, oh, so I'm not doing nothing. They're appreciating it, so that's very helpful.
So for you, that's what keeps you going.
Yeah, like and even just like meeting someone who's like, Suzie, I can't believe it. Like, one, I didn't know you were real. Second of all, like you revolutionized the beauty industry in Kenya. I'm like, I did? Okay. They're like, yeah, nobody would have done that. I'm like, well, you all could. No. Okay, thank you. No, I love that I've contributed something and it inspires people. And then, you know, compared to when I started, there's all sorts of local brands that have propped up, and for me, that is inspiring. Yeah, that I hope to have had played a part in that.
You inspired somebody every day. So what would you say is like your parting shot to anyone listening to you, looking up to you right now, and is like, you know what, I want to do what Suzie's doing? What would you tell them?
Do it.
Yeah.
So if you don't overanalyze something.
Yeah.
If you love something so much, and you feel like you have the grind in you and the ability, jump into it, go for it. There's no right time. Like there's no right time to have a baby. There's no like that one moment. Just start somewhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
Guys, I hope you've been as inspired as this bubbly personality that we have in studio as much as I have, because hey, guys, so this is Juangi makeup, but tonight I've been able to just, you know what it takes, and you know, hopefully by the end of the week, you guys will see me with eyebrows.
I probably, let's make a date.
Yeah, we'll make it.
Yeah.
I wish you could see the concern in her face. Thank you so much, Suzie, for coming to studio.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Maybe one day you'll do my makeup and I'm going to be like,
no, maybe. This is
done by SuzieBeauty.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
All right.
Me too.
Oh, 100%. You're on my list also. I have 2 new clients on my list.
Amen. Well, like in you, the way you've been.
Foundation.
Now he wants foundation.
You see, I wasn't even going to say foundation, but all right.
Okay, let me ask you one last question then, all right? Let's say I'm your ex, all right? What would be that one thing that you've left at my house that you're like, you know what, no, last money and then ichukue?
Definitely something from my makeup kit.
Really?
Like that my favorite brush or
mascara. Oh, it's like, no, my blender. Oh no, my beauty blender. All right, so it has to be something.
Yeah, but that would be, or an animal, a cat or a dog. Yeah, I mean, not a cat.
A cat.
A cat or makeup.
Your clothes?
All replaceable.
Yeah.
There's nothing I'm married to in my wardrobe. Let me tell
you what men do. They put on the clothes on the new babe and post her in them. So trust me, if your clothes ever go missing at your ex's house, you just know the new babe has it. Alright guys, so stay tuned. We're about to vibe out. Fresh Music Mondays still in full swing. Don't go anywhere.